thereafter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
doubles been very fun today. There's a lot of like Midwest staples doubles teams here. We got Comet Ice Knight. We got the twins from Michigan. Mute Sen are playing as well. And this is going to be Bray versus Solarose.
All right, so this matchup, having the projectiles on Rob can get reflected by the Zelda neutral B. I think that's going to be like the biggest rock, paper, scissors that we're going to be seeing. Knight is really good at controlling space as well, but if Rob is able to get it, I think Zelda's going to have a pretty hard time getting him off of her. Just using that Nair is really good to jump over the Knight and then get these combos started, and we're already seeing a lot of percent here. Oh no, and an SD there from Solarose, just not going to clip to the ledge with the up B, and getting a nice lead here for Bray in this game one.
That's an atypical mishap there for Solarose. Typically very steady player, and now the damage is getting tacked on from Bray, who extends this lead quite a bit. And I was going to mention earlier, you mentioned that neutral B as a reflector. I also expect to see that used quite a bit as a combo breaker. Bray is going to have to be very precise with the combos in this set, as that is a very quick move to get out of those longer strings. But using it as a mix-up is just as effective. Bray with one down tilt, baiting out the neutral B, as he's just controlling the pace of this game. He's playing very well so far.
Yeah, Zelda going to have a very strong out of shield too, so a lot of the time you're just seeing Solarose shielding in the center of the stage. I think going for grabs from Bray is going to be a really strong option for Rob. Also something to keep in mind is just one hit from any of the projectiles will shut down the Knight if Solarose is going for the full charge. So just being able to use the gyro to hit her, you're seeing that she's like releasing the Knight early, and it's because of that gyro. If she does get hit with it, she's then put in like a animation where she no longer has the Knight hitbox, and also it's going to be very easy for Rob to get in and get a combo going.
Yeah, Solarose throwing these out as quickly as possible, just trying to keep tempo with the projectiles that Rob has to offer. Not easy to do as any character, not to mention Zelda with some of the slower ones. Pressuring offstage Solarose with a better recovery this time. Bray chasing super effectively. He had the read there, couldn't get the grab. He had it yet again, but just barely misspaces the F smash. And Solarose is not going to let that go unpunished. She cleans that up.
Right, and just seeing some space be created here from Solarose, just going to that ledge. Zelda does have a hard time fighting out of the corner, but being able to use that Knight and create that space is going to make it a lot easier. I think that Bray seems to be a very aggressive Rob, just using a lot of landing Nair to get things started, not really going for like a more campy projectile type of playstyle. So Solarose just very comfortable sitting back here, just trying to rack up that damage with the Knight and catch Bray occasionally with some stray hits. Ooh, but the gyro dropping below the ledge and catching her. Sitting at 176 though, so just a grab from Bray will cost Solarose her stock here if he's able to get in and find it, but the Nair will work just fine, and now Bray here with a 2-1 stock lead.
Solarose going very aggressive off the Angel platform. 2 aggressive up Bs in a row. Second one's going to connect, and now Bray finds the connection off stage. The gyro side B, is that going to get it done? Not quite. Solarose hangs on to it. Can she get back? Yes, she can. Finds stage, and now Bray's the one tasked with recovering. Well-placed gyro. Solarose gets tripped up by it yet again. Doesn't commit to that up B. As we're playing patient now. We're slowing down the pace of the game. Dinsfire going off stage.
Yeah, it looks like Bray has a very good understanding of the Knight timings as well, which can be kind of hard to deal with if you're not super used to playing against Zelda, but he seems very comfortable at the ledge. That side B just going to find him out in that blast zone, though. And now we have even stocks here, and Zelda is really good at racking up percent, especially against such large characters, so using that up tilt to pop him up in the air, try to get those nairs, but again, just going to the ledge here instead, just trying to use these the Knight and using the lightning kick whenever Bray gets close, but that up smash confirmed. Great stuff there. I love that.
Solarose giving him some props there too. She said, okay, you got that. You got that. I don't know if you saw her face, but that was a really nice setup there from Bray. As yeah, you mentioned Solarose's comfort in the corner. She might want to start to rethink that a little bit, as Bray was doing a really good job just kind of holding there for a long period of time and picking his spots really effectively. He was throwing that gyro to disrupt just about everything Solarose was doing, and just pretty kind of convincingly moving her from one side of the stage to the other, and she was never really able to find a good solid string of advantage except for a little bit at the end of that second stock. So I would expect her to be a little bit more stage positioning minded, you know.
But I also think that the landing nair from Rob is always being placed in between the two platforms too. So I think if she's setting up at the ledge, that platform could get in the way of that and make it a little bit harder for him to find his main combo starter. And we saw that he was able to just string her across the stage anyway when he did find that nair to try to find that very early stock, which he managed to live. But I mean, 5% more even, it would have cost her that stock.
Yeah.
So I do think that she's trying to use the platforms to save herself, but being in the corner against Rob just seems very hard in the first place. So it's kind of like pick your poison here.
Great hitbox extension there off the Phantom. And a nice aggressive gyro there to kind of alleviate some of the pressure from Solarose. But, you know, early on in this game, it looks like Bray was kind of having her number, just couldn't put the pieces together. But right now, Solarose is all over just about every decision that Bray makes. She's coming out on top of things. She's reflecting projectiles. She's winning the distance battle. She's winning up close as well. Bray's going to go for the high recovery. I like this option against Zelda. She doesn't have the best quick options to cover above you. As strong as that up air is, it's not quick.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a shotgun, but it takes a while to load. So
Right.
I think he's trying to go for that gyro drop there at the ledge, but just not able to find it. Now Solarose finds her way back onto stage, trying to use that landing fair too. It does, it's a little unfortunate if you don't get the strong hit. It can give an opportunity to fire back, but if you do get the strong hit, it's so strong and has a ton of knockback, so can find your stock very early. But Solarose now with the lead here, gets the F smash to push Bray back to the ledge, and that's actually something that I forgot about. The rotor arm can reflect the Knight too if he does get the timing on it, so that's maybe something that he's saving for later in this game or in the set to use as like a trap card. I don't know. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that the correct term?
I'm not sure either,
Okay.
but regardless, it's going to be good to use in those scramble situations. Because if Solarose sees it coming, then she's just going to send it right back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in those scramble spots where Solarose is forced to shield, then it can put her in a really rough spot, as the reflector, again, very well placed from Solarose, as she is playing a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more up close, but the distance game has worked just as well for her as it did last game. It's just she's making the most out of her opportunities, as Bray with a nice couple of extensions there.
Yeah, and I do like the differences in the charges that we're seeing from Solarose too. When we're in this like more of the neutral state, she's on one side of the stage, Bray's on the other. We're seeing the projectiles being sent back and forth. She's usually releasing it early to stop the gyro or the laser from Rob. But if she's in advantage, she has Bray at the ledge, she's going for the full charge instead, because it's going to cover the jump from the ledge too and make it a lot harder for Bray to get back on stage.
Ooh, a very well placed up B there from Solarose is going to take that stock off the top. And I was about to call attention a moment ago. Solarose has, in this game, been dominating the ground game. Bray really got the best of her last game on the ground, but this game so far, it's been all Solarose on the ground. So Bray's been forced to go in the air a little bit more often, which is generally a very sound tactic against Zelda. But Solarose has been catching it out with a lot of big punishes for it.
Mm-hmm. Nice use of the F smash there as well. I was curious what punish she was going to go for, because the spacing was a little weird, and it's very important with the spacing on the fair in order to get that strong hit. So I do like that, just opting for the more damage on the F smash, and now she's in a really good spot too. But again, just really good timing on these ledge options, just avoiding the Knight perfectly, and finds that stock with the up smash as well. Solarose going for the little cheeky teleport cancels too, which can be beneficial for navigating the stage, especially against a slower character like Rob. But now we just see this neutral.
Wow. Yeah, Bray knows the timings here. He's done his homework. He's very comfortable with the pacing that Zelda is coming at you with. The BPM of her gameplay, if you will, on Dante, slow and steady as Zelda moves forward. Pushes the pace a little bit there with that neutral B on shield. Tomahawk doesn't get it done though, as Bray tries to keep it steady, but Solarose is really just catching out all of these options right now.
Oh, the spacing on that nair was beautiful too, recognizing that Zelda has super strong out of shield, so just spacing it in a way that she's not able to find the up B or the fair. Okay, but now stuck on the platform as well, and that can be a little scary against Zelda. Like we said, she does have that really strong up air, but the up air, but the tilt into up air is another option too that you do have to worry about. Yeah, I'm just not really seeing any grabs. I feel like there's a little hesitation there from Bray, just a little too scared of Zelda's shield.
Solarose getting aggressive with that down air. It wasn't quite the option though. She's able to stay alive, but she's in equal much danger as Bray is right now. They both have a tree of kill options at their disposal. The up B to the ledge is going to catch Bray as he gets he slips for a moment. One misstep is all it takes. Solarose is going to take it.
Yeah, we could see that in the play there from Solarose. She's doing a lot of like full hops, waiting for Bray to commit to throwing a projectile, throwing out a move, and then going to hit him with that back air. But Bray kind of aware of that, not really committing to anything that would give her that opportunity. But again, people just kind of like forget that Zelda up B is so strong, and she's doing a tech there that allows her to have a hitbox when she grabs the ledge too. And so that can be very hard to kind of contest against. I think in those situations it might be more beneficial to go for like a Rob down air rather than trying to go off stage and get her too. But yeah, really close game too.
Yeah, Zelda up B really is one of the harder moves to get a hang of counterplay wise. It's not really easy to work around, as Bray has shown so much confidence with just about every other move that Zelda has. That's the one where he's kind of had some miscues. He died off the top early-ish to that move as well.
Okay, tries to get the combo there, but dropping it a little bit. Still gets some decent damage, but again, there's that fair out of shield, just really strong damage output here from Zelda. And I feel like in a lot of these trades too, it's always going in Zelda's favor. We sometimes see like, we see like a laser hit the knight at the same time, but the knight's doing so much more damage than just like the 4% laser.
Yeah, and I also want to call attention to the fact that Solarose has just been doing a better job forcing these trades very often. Where in that first game, Bray was getting a lot of clean hits and just a lot of damage with no punish, and so far, Solarose is not letting that happen. A lot of trades, and if not a trade, she's just outright winning these interactions.
Ooh, love that recovery too, just immediately going to the ledge, not wanting to deal with that back air there from Rob, and now Bray struggling to get back on stage. You have to deal with this knight. Does the reflector, which is a great way to stall for a little bit more time, but still stuck in this situation.
Yeah, I love that reflector there as a sharking option, just like to give yourself another chance to get back at stage, kind of alleviate the setup a little bit, pick some pieces away from it. And that approaching neutral B has been so effective for Solarose.
Yeah, a lot of the time we see that she's able to jump out of that, but not going to be able to jump out of that confirm this time. But now up tilt into up air, just like I said, so much damage there, and a great kill confirm too at higher percent, so have to worry about that. She's really good at covering your landings, and we see this falling nair so often from Rob, but maybe going to work out in his favor. Not yet, just back to the ledge once again for Bray here, and struggling to get out of the corner against this knight.
And Solarose right there was really just checking Bray's execution. She's not trying to air dash to get out of that. She caught that gyro. So she's pressing the A button. She's saying, I think you're going to mess this up. And Bray did just that. As he's trying to evade right now, Bray is consistently on the back foot. And that Phantom's just going to cut through all of it. Solarose is looking more and more dominant as the set goes on, just waits at roll distance, finds a connection. She pushes forward. Bray back into the corner, tries to take any bit of space. He finds some. A little bit more confidently, still kind of on the back foot, stuck between the gyro though now is Solarose. She gets herself out.
Yeah, it seems like the distance is more in her favor now. So we see that Bray's trying to go for these like very panicky situations where they're just scrapping with each other, but Zelda's just so strong with that fair and back air. So you have to be really careful about that. And yeah, she just sets up this knight, and he doesn't really have an option to contest it.
That shield setup on platform was nasty. Bray's not going to worry about it this time. Gets the grab, down throw up tilt up air. How many times you got to say it when you're watching Rob? He gets those, finds that stock. Solarose continues to move forward though yet again. 101% onto Bray, as he's going to have to play very careful. Zelda has a lot of massive kill options and a lot of things that you really just have to tiptoe around here as Bray.
And I do love the way that Solarose is pressuring shield too. A lot of the time, Bray is already set up with the shield when she's using that full charge knight, but she'll go in for like a down air or a fair on your shield too, trying to look for a shield break. So it's very scary to deal with that, but yeah, that up B out of shield just so strong, and no DI is going to save you in that situation. Solarose is going to take that game 3.
Zelda was serving on that kill screen. You see that? She posed. She was looking right at the camera, arms above her head like a model. That was funny.
She's very sassy.
She was sassy. She said, I got that. Did I do that? Was that me?
This is kind of like Breath of the Wild. Don't they fight against robots in that game?
Maybe. I haven't played it.
The Guardians?
I should play it.
It's a great game. You should definitely play it.
I've not heard of, well, okay. I was going to say I haven't heard a bad thing about that game, but that's not true. Yeah. I've heard it's good, though. I should definitely play it. I agree.
I think I'd give it an 8.7.
That's a good
official rating.
We'll take that. We'll take that. Write that down somewhere. Yeah, Solarose. The adaptation has just been impeccable. Game 1 was pretty strongly in Bray's favor, but since then,
take the stock.
Nah, she said it's good. That's what I was thinking. She said it's okay. I think Bray's trying to insist. She's like, no, I should take the stock.
No, you're better than me. I'm like, nope, you gotta go.
It looks like they're just gonna count it down. Solarose looks like she's shrugging it off. A competitor. She wants to win the right way, you know. Yeah, me personally, if I'm on stream at a pretty big tournament like this, I want my set as easy as possible. But Solarose, a competitor, right guy, ain't gonna let her slide.
Okay.
Well placed neutral be there to get yourself out of the combo. As Solarose's ability to mix up timing, landing on shield has just been nasty, but Bray manages to survive with only 20% damage taken as he winds up coming out on top of these first few interactions.
Gotta be careful with the way that you're poking Zelda's shield. I think going for those space snares or even like space down tilts could be more beneficial. Don't want to really use that jab, but Bray in a pretty good situation now has Zelda at the ledge, and she can kind of struggle getting out of the corner if you force her to, but it feels like Solarose doesn't feel that pressure. She's not panicking. She's very comfortable just recharging the knight. But again, just really good timing on these ledge options from Bray.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier the way that Zelda can kind of hide under those small battlefield platforms. That's not an option here on Hollow Bastion. I like the stage pick quite a bit from Bray because he can really just dance around that center platform. Solarose can dance around anything, though. That up air is going to get it done. Stage presence be damned.
Yeah, I'd like to see more grabs from Bray. I just feel like a lot of the time Solarose is very comfortable just sitting there and shielding, waiting for him to throw an option out, and then going for the up B at the kill percents, or just going for the fair at lower percents.
Wow. The back end of that rotor arm is going to find a connection, but it's not going to find the stocks still, as Solarose, just clinical precision from the corner, gets her way back, just gets nicked by the last hit of that Nair. She's not happy about it, but she still has the lead.
Yeah, nice reflect there. Still going to get caught with the side B, but better than taking the Knight and the side B at the same time. And neutral B being a great option in these scrambles for Solarose as well. And yeah, I actually think that the platform is making it harder for Rob to use that Nair in center stage. And then also when she's like setting up the ledge trap, she's always underneath the platform too. And Knight does a great job of covering landing on the platform if you use like the middle charge that we're seeing there where Knight is swinging down. So it seems like it's kind of hard. Zelda's kind of able to like create this den that she's hiding out in.
Yeah, it's a double-sided blade here. It's working in the favor of whoever has stage control. You know? So whenever Solarose has that, she's looking very tough to connect with. But a well-placed air dodge gets herself back on stage. Bray with a well-placed laser takes care of that up B in the startup.
Ooh.
And Bray had the option there, but Solarose just beat him to it. He had the jump, and Solarose maybe knew he had the jump and just beat him out with the lightning kick.
Yeah, the startup on the back air not working out for Bray. I do love that, like recognizing that she's going to be jumping out of the corner, but yeah, maybe just trying to use a fair, which would be a lot quicker in those scenarios instead, because I think Solarose was just able to do that on reaction.
Potentially, yeah. Might have just seen him jump up there and throw it out really quickly. As, yeah, this is what you were talking about, just setting up camp onto that platform. Really tough to get through. 2 up airs. Watch out here, Bray. How do you find the landing? Very effectively.
Yeah, found the blind spot there in the Knight and was able to get the landing there. Trying to find something into rotor arm off stage. Have an opportunity here. Oh, tries to go for the high recovery too. Still holding onto her stock, but she's just really struggling to get out of this corner. But that Nair is exactly what she needs. I love that. Using the laser there to shoot her while she's charging up that Knight.
Yeah, and Bray with some very good corner pressure there, but he got a little overzealous, and Solarose was able to reverse it. Not before Bray gets another big set of advantage. He keeps going for these back airs, and he keeps getting hit for it. He's going to have to look for a safer ledge pressure option here if he wants to clean it up. He jumps out of there, and Solarose just rips it off with the dash attack. She gets it done. Handshakes all around as Solarose is able to clean it up. And a tight game 4.
Yeah, I'd imagine that she probably banned FD, but I think that type of stage is what's going to be best to